Hello, guys. I hope you're doing great. Welcome again to English class. Today, we're going to be learning about past perfect. Yay! Okay, so basically, I use past perfect to talk about things that happened earlier in the past. Let me help you with the timeline. This is a timeline. So, right now, it's 8:30 and I'm at school, okay? I woke up at 7:30 and my mom made breakfast at 7. So, the sentence would be like this. When I woke up, my mom had made breakfast. This means that these both are in the past. But this one, my mom made breakfast, happened before I woke up. That is when I used past perfect. When I have two things in the past, but one happened first, then the other. Okay, this is another example. We have my mom arrived home at 5 p.m. At 7 p.m., I arrived home, and right now it is 9 p.m. Okay, so what happened first? Obviously, my mom arrived, and then I arrived. So my sentence would be when I arrived home, this is my past simple sentence because remember, both of them are in the past, but this one happened after this one. So that's why I'm using my past simple. When I arrived home, my mom had already arrived. This is what happened first. That's why I used my past perfect. When I started teaching, Obama had finished his term as president. That means that Obama first finished his term as president and then I started teaching. Both of these, again, are in the past, are activities that happen in the past. Now, I can say it the other way around as well. I could say Obama had finished his term as president when I started teaching. So both of them are correct and there is no difference between them. Now, let's check out how the grammar works in this past perfect. First, we need when because it stands in Spanish for cuando. This means that I'm talking about two things that happened in the past. When I arrived to school, cuando yo llegué a la escuela, I realized I had forgotten my book. Me di cuenta que se me había olvidado mi libro. So, when we're talking about two things, that's why I'm using when. So the first part is obviously past simple, and I'm going to use my verb in a past simple way, okay? After my sentence in past simple, I need the comma, and then comes my sentence in past perfect. How do I make past perfect? I need, as in present perfect, my auxiliary is have. The past of have is had. So it's always going to be had. And the verb that comes after the auxiliary has to be in past participle. In this case, I have forgotten. Okay, now this is the same for every person. I can say, when I arrived to school, I realized she had forgotten her book, or they had forgotten their book. So I don't need to worry about my auxiliary because it's always going to be the same. Okay, so if I want to make a negative sentence, the only thing I have to do is put my auxiliary verb in negative. In this case, hadn't. So this is another example. When my grandmother was born, past simple, cell phones hadn't been discovered yet. It means that my grandmother was born in 1930 and the cell phones still didn't exist until later. For the question form, we are going to put our auxiliary first, which in this case is had, and then I need my subject and my verb in past participle. So I have, had you learned to drive? This is my sentence in past perfect. When you got out of high school. So remember, it's very important, this when, because it's going to separate my past simple and my past perfect. Okay, and your short answers would be yes, I had, or no, I hadn't. Okay, so we can use this tense also to talk about something that we regret by using if only and I wish. For example, I've got a stomach ache. Now, this is in the present, but to regret, I'm going to say, I've got a stomach ache. If only I hadn't eaten all that candy. Or, I've got a stomach ache. I wish I hadn't eaten all that candy, but I did eat it, so now I'm regretting it. Okay, here's another example. I'm sleepy. If only I hadn't stayed up all night. Or I'm sleepy. I wish I hadn't stayed up all night, but I did. So that's why I'm feeling guilty and I regret that I stayed up all night. And well, that is basically it. Just to know that past perfect and past simple work together. How do we know when is one and when is the other? Well, the first action that happened, that is past perfect, and the next action that happened, that is past simple. So that is a way that you can help yourself by doing a timeline like we did at the beginning of the video. And this is practically it. I will see you soon. Bye.